countries nowadays were facing challenges within and from the full world. Different countries surely facing different challenges. For instance, the issue of migrant workers in Qatar and United Arab Emirates. Migrant workers is any person who either migrates within their home country or outside it to pursue work. Most of the documented migrant workers enter the host country through the agent that employed them. The undocumented migrant workers, usually the illegal immigrants, enter the host country illegally. This group of people are the fast builder but with cheap labor. In Malaysia, the attitudes of not willingly to perform the jobs that are considered as 3D was continuously creating the demand for migrant workers. Qatar is widely regarded as the most advanced Arab state for human development. However, Amnesty has revealed that Qatar 2022 welcomed migrant workers when unpaid for months. Even some groups of workers, such as domestic workers, were prevented from leaving the country without their employer's permission. United Arab Emirates is well known for its two largest cities, which is Dubai and Abu Dhabi. The migrant workers in UAE share the same fate as the migrant workers in Qatar. They are mistreated throughout every stage of the immigration process. Okay, firstly, the state's right to sovereignty. Article 8 in the Montevideo Convention has stated that no state has the right to intervene in the internal or external affairs of another state. In this situation, Qatar and United Arab Emirates are practicing their rights to sovereignty in terms of the authority to impose a law, choose and apply the political system. Both of the countries use the kafala system to regulate their migrant workers, and no state has the right to forbid this action. However, there is a general moral obligation not to harm others and prohibit dangerous behavior. Thus, the system has been reformed as an alternative to all subsequent calls for the system to be abolished. Secondly is the right of a state to develop. It is an essential aspect as it symbolizes one state as a civilized nation state. Article 2 until Article 8 of the United Nations Declaration on the Right to Development has mentioned this and seems that Qatar and UAE manage to be a developed countries. However, it is an unwarranted action to ignore the fundamental rights of the migrant workers while successfully practice this right. I believe that these migrant workers that were affected may legitimately demand recognition through the free exercise of rights of participation. Article 23 of UDHR has established 4 principles, and it provides that wages must be adequate to meet the basic needs of the workers and their family. Okay, thirdly is the obligation of the state to carry out in good faith its obligation arising from treaties and other sources of international law. This is a fundamental obligation for a state that has signed and ratified a treaty or any international law, as they need to enforce, implement, and comply with it. For instance, the United Arab Emirates has ratified 9 international labor conventions on workforce law and employment viability, such as the Labor Inspection Convention of 1949 and many more. Action thus speaks louder than words. It can be noted that ratification of the international regulation does not equate with compliance or success. Last but not least, the obligation of the state to ensure that conditions prevailing in its territory do not threaten the international peace and order. Both Qatar and United Arab Emirates need to ensure that their issue with the migrant workers need to be settled in a good manner. It is a must for them to pay the migrant workers commensurate with the work that has been done. The migrant workers make complaint to the international organization as the Amnesty, which they have already done. The states will be pressured and even being condemned by another states. Thus, this obligation is crucial as it can maintain peace for the states and international level.